What's up YouTube, Dave for Zephyr Games, bringing you, as you can see before you, the Blue Eyes Fusion deck profile. Now this is specifically using and abusing the new Destruction Dragon, and of course the Destruction Dragons as a whole, with the new Loop of Destruction and in new cards from the set of Legendary Collection Kaiba. Without further ado, I'm going to take you straight through the deck and show you what we've got. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. So, staple, triple Blue Eyes, triple alternate, double Dragon Spirit of White. This is very, very good against the Pendulum matchup in this, because he's not once per turn, and banishing scales is always better than destroying them. Double Sage Advisor Blue. Now the reason I play double Sage Advisor Blue is because I play the one Master. You can play Sage Advisor Blue at 3 if you wish, so it's entirely up to you. And then play triple Stone and one triple Ancient and one Legend, and then I'm playing triple Effect Veiler because it is searchable and recyclable in this deck and is very, very good against the meta. In this build, you sacrifice a couple of your monsters for the traps in order to use and abuse your Fang of Critias. Speaking of which, we play triple Fang of Critias. The downside to this, exactly like I have to Mice, is it isn't searchable generically in the Blue Eyes deck. The new Lord of D monster actually stated discard and search out a Fang of Critias, a Melody Awakened Dragon, the Rhapsody, or, of course, the Flute of Summoning Dragon, it would have been a lot better. Now, obviously, I know why they haven't done that, because this card isn't specifically linked to Lord of D, but it would have made this deck a whole lot better, and or this version a lot more consistent. Triple Melody of Awakening Dragon, absolute amazing searcher in this deck. Obviously, the discard one to get your Blue Eyes and alternate to hand, it kind of guarantees you a 3k beater on board every turn. Triple Return of Dragon Lords. The best thing about this is under cards that say you cannot activate card effects during the damage step or anything like that, Return is actually a replacement, so it's not an activation, so you can actually keep your monsters alive in the case of Utopia the Lightning and stuff like that. Triple Trading because we play 8 level 8 targets. Double Dragon Revival Rhapsody. Now, in this build, you'll probably cut this down to 1 if you wanted to, because our spellcasters are, of course, Effect Veilers, Sages, and Master Advisor Blue. So this is more effective a little bit later in the game, but can also be quite effective going first as well if you've got dragons in the graveyard ready to go. Can even be a little bit more consistent in the Chaos Max build if you were to play Ancient Ritual Art, sending your Blue Eyes from deck to grave. You've already got one in there. On top of that, you need to target at least one normal monster. So if you had 2 Dragon Spirits of White, it's because they're treated as a normal monster while in the hand or graveyard, you can obviously bring this one back and then banish a scale. So if you were to activate Dragon Revival Rhapsody and bring back 2 Dragon Spirits of Whites, you can banish both your opponent's scales, which is very, very nice, and then build a board for them to struggle to get over. Double Silver's Cry. Because again, the normal of Dragon Spirit of White really, really helps, and you're getting Blue Eyes to grave quite easily, especially with trading. The one card of Consonance, because you've got 4 targets, which is why we play it less than trading. You can obviously make trading more consistent if you play a Kaiju engine of a level 8s, but this just kind of gives you the options to play around. The one Soul Charge, because it can win you game, and of course the one Monster Reborn, because that as well can win you games. Onto the traps, we're playing double Mirror Force just so we can use and abuse the Mirror Force Dragon, which I think is the second best or the first best kind of Destruction Dragon that you've got in the deck. That can be very, very helpful for you. We then play the one Ring of Destruction and the one Loop of Destruction. Now, obviously, Ring of Destruction is only at 1, which is quite disappointing, but after the errata and stuff like that, there's no reason why this can't be looked at in the next ban to possibly come back to 2 or 3. Morely to kind of help boost this deck. The downside of Loop is it's only treated as Ring of Destruction while on the field. So where Fang of Critias you can discard from hand or field, with Ring of Destruction, if you top deck this, then you've got a nice little play. But if you're going second and you set your Loop of Destruction, it gives your opponent some time to kind of interfere with it, like MST or anything like that if you're going second. Other than that, you just use the exact same thing. You set it, pop it, off you go. If you want it to be a bit more consistent, of course you can play 3 Loop of Destructions as well as your Ring of Destruction on top of that. And then this can, of course, push you towards maybe putting Demise, Pot of Desires in the deck, just to get to your cards a bit more consistently in order to make the Destruction Dragon a lot easier. So, speaking of which, we play Double Destruction Dragon. This card is the brand new card, very, very cool, especially with Fang, Critias and Ring of Destruction. Once per turn, you target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Then, if it was a monster card, it inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. So that's a very, very nice effect. It's a 3k defender and 2k beater, so the idea is you're going to sit on that defensively. One Mirror Force Dragon. Again, I really, really like this card. Quite powerful, especially with Fang, Critias and Mirror Force. When a monster or monsters you control is targeted for an attack by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. So that's a flipping amazing card. Like, just to completely nuke your opponent's board, so they have to really, really... Not that they're going to activate anything to do that once they know its effect, but it can really, really catch your opponent off guard massively. And it can be very, very useful for you to kind of help get your plays going a little bit further as well. Next up, moving on to the Synchros, we play the one Azure Eyes, the one Dragon, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, of course you can play two of this, there's no reason not to, but because we want to focus more on the fusion engine of this, I don't really want to clog the extra deck down with the Blue Eyes Spirit of White, because I do have other options to go into. Of course, Blue Eyes Spirit of White, Spirit Dragon, sorry, can get us into Ancient Fairy Dragon, our Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, and of course our Michael, and then in turn, Ancient Fairy can help us get into Crystal Wing to give you another alternative option. Onto the the last fusion I missed off was a Blue Eyes Twin Burst. This should just be a very, very cool card. You can take this out for a second Blue Eyes Spirit if you want to, but it's quite a pain for your opponent to deal with and can actually win you games, which is very, very nice. The Link monsters, we play the one Akashic and the one Deco Talker. Akashic can easily be your Enko Talker, not Enko Talker, sorry, Overclock Talker. Sorry, tail end of cold. Underclock Talker, but this is a bit more consistent in the sense that you'll always have two dragons regardless of what you've got on the board. Well, not including your level 1 tuners. But with Underclock Taker, if you ever have Blue Eyes on board, sometimes you might be a little bit stuck. So she could be nice to get rid of your opponent's Deco Talker, get a Blue Eyes or something down here. So you use the extra zone down here, make whatever you want down here, and then link her up into a Deco Talker, and you've unlocked 3 zones. For the XYZs, we play the one Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, the one number 38 Dragon Titanic Galaxy, and then the one number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, which is probably the best XYZ in the extra deck for you. 4k beta, send in 3 cards to the graveyard, so you send your stones, get all the stones effects off in the end phase, and then plus, basically. But that is it. Again, it's straightforward and to the point with the Blue Eyes deck. This is only one of the many versions, quite like the Dark Magician series we've just got off the back of. There are very, very many options. With Blue Eyes, you've got the Fusion build now, you've got the Cyber Dragon Galaxy Soldier build, you've got the Chaos Max build, you've got the normal build, and there's probably loads of other builds out there as well. You've got the Invoke build, so there is a huge range of Blue Eyes out there for you guys to kind of trial out, and this is just one of them. So I hope this has given you a structure to kind of build yourself and give it a go, see how you feel about it, what you like about it, what you want to change to it, and just if the Fusion engine of a Blue Eyes works for you or not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys. Oh, and if you haven't seen our opening of the Legendary Kyber case, you know, go check that out to see what the ratios are like and how easy it is to pull these bad boys and the other new Blue Eyes cards and rarity bumps in the deck. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys. As always, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.